prove their worth by dispatching the Lord Captain's enemies. The victory of the Road Trader's enemies came at a high price, but the decks have been cleansed of warp spawn, albeit it took the blood of hundreds of voidsmen to wash away evidence, yeah. I don't need... Oh wait, we're at 9 of this now. Getting a lot of that. Wait, that's Uncharted? Oh, I guess I never went there. Aurora Peachy still streams. I remember when she was an ADAC content creator like 10 years ago. Wait, what? Okay, 1, yes, Peachy still streams. And 2, she's still an ADAC content creator. I see her, like, I tweet all the time. Begin scan. It seems that all color has died from this world. Gray masses of rock gives way only to brownish sand and the black voids of gorges. The team barely notices a strange detail amid the drab landscape, an extensive area where the land is too smooth. As they approach, this area turns out to be a lake of moving metal, in the center of which burn green arc discharges. On its shore lies the ruins of pyramidal constructs. Through magnoculars, it is determined that the remains of the pyramids are slowly melting, creating flows that dump new metal into the lake. The smoothness of the lake is lightly rippled by currents trying to extinguish the flames in the center. Attack the pyramids with void ship weaponry. The xenostructures do not give under the first salvos, and from the portals, flows of metal begin to fill the damaged parts. The lake slowly shrinks, but the Rogue Traders team quickly understands it will take several days of bombardment to fully destroy this place. Try to extinguish the flame. The vessel's cannoneers find the idea of smothering the green flame with the ship's waste rather dubious, but do not dare question the will of the Lord Captain. The dropped cargo dissolves to no effect, barely touching the discharges. Send an exploratory shuttle. Specially equipped servitors are the first to disembark on the shores of the metallic lake. To the exploratore's surprise, they return unharmed with samples of the anomalous substance. The squad sets out to study the lake and the Xenos constructions. Success. Acolytes of the Adeptus Mechanicus determine that the metal contains the same substance from which the pyramids are made. The behavior of the metal particles indicates that the constructs made from the metal are capable of regeneration just like living matter, albeit incomparably faster. However, the pyramids filling the lake by transmitting the metal through built-in portals cannot surmount the destructive force of the arc discharges in the lake's center. Logic 25. Find out what happened. Wow, success. One of the pyramids lining the lake shore is more damaged than the rest. Judging by its melted edges and the direction of the breaks, this damage is the thing that started the fires at the lake center. Awareness. Analyze the movement of the metal. Success. Endless flows of metal pour from the portals of every monolith. However, one of the flows is noticeably weaker than the rest. Looking closer, officers notice a small object blocking part of the portal. With the help of servitors, they are successful in removing it and bringing it to the Von Valancius shuttle. Hollow Field Emitter. The wielder gains 3 charges of Hollow Field at the start of combat. Whenever the wielder suffers damage, 1 charge of Hollow Field is removed to prevent the damage. If there are no charges left, damage is not prevented, the wielder becomes staggered until the end of combat. What does staggered do? Minus 20 to weapon skill, ballistic skill, strength, toughness, and agility. So it blocks 3 hits, but then you get massive debuff. There's something wistful about this sight, an unhealing wound on the body of mysterious technology. Master Helmsman Ravor, judging by the orbital trajectories, this is the parent star of the system. If the Lumino reader is right, back in the day it used to be a huge and angry with a bite to it, now this half-dead firefly. What happened to it? I can't imagine what could have drained a deadly beast like that. The Lumino reader swears that the rays of this star would have continued withering all life in the system for millions of years or more. It was too young to have faded like this. It's like it was gnawed out. It was a nomos. It was attacked. Suddenly and fiercely, a hungry predator bit into its magnetic field and drank as much of its energy as it could. The predator was starving and would have surely devoured the star whole had it had more time. Nomos, where did you get this information from? I do not know, but I can read the traces of what was committed here as if I have seen it happen 100 times. We're done here. A shuttle of Imperial make is detected among the rocky gorges of the planet, alongside 2 nearby Xeno objects, monolithic structures embedded into the landscape. When scanned, the objects distort the signal, but no signs of enemy activity nor signals from the shuttle are found. Send servitors to scout. The servitor signals disappear as soon as they approach the cliffs between which the shuttle was found. Not one of them returned, no data is received. Get away. Oh, but I can land? Like, oh man, this seems dangerous. Let's land. Peachy's why I start playing FF14. Yeah, I think Peachy and Lorenity both play a lot of FF14.
Curiosity!
My Lord Ulfar, would you mind?
No! Get back! Do not speak!
What? Why was he so mean all of a sudden? He said...
And die.
He said, get back, do not speak to me, little bloodhound. That's fine. Why does this not hit the dog?
I won't object to it.
Yeah, it doesn't hit the dog. So once again, the AoE buffing thing being really fickle because of the landscape or something.
For the throne's glory.
Isn't this a job for the serfs? Did I with grace, at least?
2 down.
I am a navigator, not a servitor. I'm not accustomed to being ordered around.
Infinite. See, I have become the All-Father's command! So it shall feel the icy bite of death!
How about no?
I won't object to
Alright,
it.
doing what buffs we
But
can.
of course, Lord Captain.
Trust me, as honor ordains. My blade whispers your name. Let your step is a blessing.
1 down.
The shadows will see it done. I shall not fail.
Reassemblement commencing.
He's an agent of the Inquisition. He now knows about Wolfen. Wolfen basically counts as a mutation, and Ulfar is primed to go double-jointed and furry at some point in the future. So Heinrichs is basically looking at him with suspicion now. That might be it.
Trust.
Reassemblement commencing.
As the tenets demand. Killing brings me no pleasure.
I challenge you, damn it! Wolves reign! Come! Is thunder! My strike is ruin! Our foes reek of cowardice. None can do this better than a warrior of the All-Father.
Let's see. A genius at work.
That one's dead. Oh no! There's more! Dodge. I like when my characters dodge their attacks. I like even more when they dodge their attacks without moving all over the place. Scarab Storms have long attack animations.
Me.
Another one is shattered.
Two just died. So you find us hour on
I'll
Cabela.
show you why
I will
navigators
leave
are feared.
footprints of scarlet, an offering of blood, as on my blade whispers your name. The shadow is a blessing.
Those are dead. But wait, there's more.
Trust Lily brings me no pleasure. I cannot serve you in this way. The other side awaits. I shall not let your soul be purged.
Yo, how many of these do I have?
Trust me.
A lot, apparently.
Isn't that as duty demands?
Oh my god. Hold on, is there like a... Oh, this thing up here is a health bar.
If I may.
Ah, that's the ticket. Okay.
Me. If you insist, Lord Captain.
Okay, there's not one up there.
The fame-hungry cow. I have become the All-Father's worthy instrument. I will carve
Kick him.
runes out of your bones.
I'm not gonna say anything. I remember how salty Buck got last time I pondered it glow away. Oh, he figured it out. Yeah, and you know what? I got to feel the satisfaction of figuring it out. Amazing how that works.
Do not dare ask.
There write legends
As
about
the tenets demand, the shadows will see it done. As on a let your soul be purged.
What's that guy doing?
My death is a blessing. I bring mercy and retribution. Trust caught by the web. As on let your soul be purged.
Camilla, how many attacks do you get per turn? Yes.
Trust me.
Let's see. I'm done with this one.
Goods. Ship's Vox log. The Vox does not produce sound immediately. The officer who made the recording speaks clearly and confidently, but also softly, with a barely perceptible vibration in his low orator-like voice. It seems that the tape is partially damaged. Entry 1. We landed successfully, but were unable to report to her ladyship. The communication channel was filled with interference. The navigation system has been affected as well, so we will not be able to take off anytime soon, let alone return to the ship. Sergeant Damani is looking for the source of the interference. The only thing left to do is keep a log. Entry 5. Thanks to the information we received earlier, we managed to partially decipher some of the inscriptions on the obelisk. Only the general meaning is clear. The creatures buried here are extremely hostile. We have not been able to identify the source of the interference affecting our communications and navigation. Lady Theodora made it clear that this expedition is extremely important, so we will continue the exploration regardless of obstacles. Whoever finds this Vox log must give it to her ladyship personally and no one else. Entry 18. One of the structures being inspected incinerated Corporal Monroe. We buried him with as much dignity as was possible in these barren rocks. His sacrifice need not be in vain. We will be more careful next time, and we will not embarrass her ladyship. Entry 19. The explosion of the Xeno artifact damaged the engine, the fuel compartment, and the cargo hold where we're keeping supplies. It is unlikely that we will return to Her Lady Theodora's flagship, but we will have almost completed our task and are about to enter the buildings. What matters is the preservation of the data we've obtained. There were no dead people behind the monoliths. The creatures attacked us as soon as we managed to activate the gate mechanism in one of the buildings. Their weapons destroy flesh and plasteel with equal ease, and their bodies recover from any wounds. The words are interrupted by a bang and a yell. I will keep recording until my final breath, and I hope it benefits the House of Von Valancius. The weapons of the Xenos burned with green fire and hurled bolts of lightning, and energy charges burst from their blades. Damani has fallen to the ground and cannot get back up. Her body is breaking. The rocks beneath it are about to crack. Tell Dahlia that her father gave his life for the good of the Von Valancius dynasty. May she be proud of... End recording. Heavy void suit. RES human enemies. Officer's med kits. And they shall weep bolter. Each shot with this bolter does additional 15 rending damage with 40% armor pin to all characters adjacent to the target.
Let's make a deal.
That is a huge upgrade. Oh, it's a two-hander. That's part of the reason. Could do that, though. Alright.
In this tapestry
Lord
of the
Xenos.
world, I am the
And
Drawing upon your patchy knowledge of the Xenos, you guess that these monoliths were once part of a mighty transport ship capable of transforming into ground-based structures. The broken body has been smashed into the ground with such force that there are cracks radiating out from it. Gloom Rifle. Sniper gun. Inevitable Demise doubles critical damage dealt by the wearer. That's pretty crazy. Thinking either her or him. Oh, he can't use it. Okay, her then.
one step at a time amidst the madness.
Advanced shield. +2 deflection and plus 20% to parry. Yeah. What was that one? Service going stimulus. Closest ally. Fair Incarnate. Whenever the wearer is under the effects of Reckless Rush, all wearers have a crit chance. What is Reckless Rush? I don't know what Reckless Rush is. Fancy shield. But now enemies won't explode in fountains of blood every time she hits them. It's fine. I don't know that it was really doing much to help. It was just flashy. Okay, thanks. Haven't touched Power World in a while. It is fun, just if you have ideas in building, though. Yeah, I looked at it and it just didn't really, pull me into it. Those things, I've never seen anything like them before, but the panel of the ship's tech priest and Luminator says reads that they are star corpses. Not just corpses, they call them stellicide victims. What did the Lumina readers mean? Who knows with the star sages? Apparently when a star dies a natural death, it's different. These look like they were murdered and plundered. All of their energy was siphoned, like when a spider sucks the innards out of a fly. And witnessing these husks, if you don't mind me saying, scared the Lumina readers so much that they wet their metal trousers. Don't you think we are observing far too many stars here? I agree, Lord Captain. The stellar trajectories also suggest that most of these stars didn't used to be here. Someone was hoarding them in the system, and I wouldn't like to have been here at that time. The gravitational currents would have been pure chaos. Who would have pulled off something like that? Was it Drukhari? Dragging stars around like they are the property is quite in character for those damn Xenos. As curious as all this may be, we still have a job to do. Lord Captain, the Xeno squadron is on an intercept course. It's the same abominations as before. What's got them so riled up? I think they're guards. The ships took off from the surface of the planetoid as soon as we bathed it with the eye of our augurs. I'm not an expert on Xenos minds, but I know my void maneuvers, and I can tell you this. They're angry and they're approaching on a direct and unambiguously aggressive trajectory. All decks, prepare for battle. Orders received, Lord Captain. Glory to House Von Valancius. Glory to peanut butter and jelly. I wonder if one of those stars was that star that got stolen from the end of Act 1.
I'll be your beacon in the darkness.
Alright, I'm gonna focus on this one first. What? It said I would be in range at the end of that movement. Oh, I think the fog is reducing my range.
Launch the devastating payload.
I should have done that outside of the fog, I guess. Stop bullying the Heartless.
The destination is known. Unleash our fury.
All right, that one is reviving. No! No! My friends! Eat this! Where's the fourth ship? I lost track of one. I see 1, 2, 3. That's way out there. Okay. Is this the one that's reanimating? Falling apart. Yeah. So that one's falling apart.
Engage the lads. Unleash our fury. Drown them in the void.
Hi, Neo. Is that Adira or a custom? Adira is one of the people operating the ship, but we've advanced her personal story, so now she has a fancy hat. Fancy hat.
Engage the lads. Lads.
Ah, so close. She turns boring after putting it on. You know, the thing that bugged me the most with her is, like, you know, she would so constantly trigger bad warp things. And we put on the hat to help with that. The very first turn of the very next combat, she one-hit KO'd herself. She had a warp feedback thing and hit herself for like 200 damage and killed herself. On the first turn of the first fight after completing her quest so that she could control her powers. So that seems to be pointless from a gameplay perspective. Alright, this one's falling apart now. My shields are down on that side. That's not good.
Initiate macro cannon barrage. Sail upon the seas of void. Engage the macro cannons.
Reinforce the left shields, since they suck right now. Spin! Okay, that one's decaying.
Launch the devastating payload. The destination is known. Initiates macro cannon barrage.
Alright. All the remaining ships are falling apart. When's the Guild Wars 2 beta? Wednesday. The end scan. Lord Captain, we've spotted a planetoid with an unidentified xenostructure. Something tells me this is the place we've been looking for. Augur clerics detect a field of void mines on our trajectory toward the planetoid. Transmit the deactivation code that we found in the outpost of the Lord Inquisitor's men. Beginning transmission, receiving return signal. 5% of mines reported transition to sleep mode, receiving coordinates of an area designated as main landing site. We have a safe channel of approach toward Epitaph and coordinates for landing. Are there traces of Kalkazar? Plenty. We're picking up the remaining Vox echoes of conversations, standard signals belonging to Augur observation systems, the gas thermal trails of shuttles preparing to land. You know, Lord Captain, it seems to me that this place is about to fall apart. Augurs detect a multitude of signs pointing to structural damage in the tomb located on the planetoid, and they are very fresh. Commence preparation of the landing party. I will end it personally. Are you certain, Lord Captain? I beg your pardon for such audacity, but this old void wolf's gut tells him that this tomb is very likely to become, ours. Wait, what? This tomb is very likely to become ours. Or like our tomb. I have this bad feeling as if, forgive me, your lordship, I've completely lost my senses giving out advice like that. I'm ready to face whatever lies in wait. We make the landing. Be careful, your lordship. We'll wait as long as it takes for your retrieval signal, even if every Xenofleet in the world appears to swat us from orbit. It's almost time for the coup de grace, Chuck. Hang on, drink water. Every person on the bridge freezes in astonishment, watching the remarkable procession approach your throne. Officers and enforcers are glancing at you questioningly, but do not interfere until they are ordered to. Nomos. Oh, his portrait is more filled in than it ever has been before. Look at that thing. We have come to speak with you, Mukluk. You gave us food for consideration by revealing the mystery of our origin. From then to now, we observed, calculated, sensed, and we discovered that a great change is coming. A trial. We see a threat to that which the Imperium brings. The intricate plexus of tenets, the determined advance of myriads through darkness by the will of the golden light. All the things that were strange to us, yet in those embraced we were born and raised. All of it is in danger, at least within the bounds of the Coronis expanse. You are the one who can stop it, and Nomos must help you. We are an unidentified thing spawned from